Predictable SaaS growth does not come from creative guesswork. It comes from building a highly engineered, deterministic system. Right now, user intent for complex API and AI agent workflows is rapidly spiking upward. Buyers are actively searching for technical solutions, yet many software founders are ignoring this demand. Instead of capturing this high-intent traffic, founders default to text-based LinkedIn posts that get lost in saturated feeds. This graph illustrates the divide. On the bottom, engagement for standard text feeds is flatlining. Above it, search intent for tech workflows on YouTube is rising exponentially. This divergence creates a vacuum where demand for technical demonstrations far outweighs supply. The primary friction point preventing adoption is a misconception. Bootstrapped founders often believe that executing a video strategy requires a physical studio and an unsustainable commitment of their time. High-trust B2B video relies on an asynchronous engine designed to bypass text feed saturation entirely. The solution to the founder's time constraint is a scalable YouTube lead generation system that operates entirely on technical logic and automation. This architecture is the Asynchronous Video Funnel, a three-stage blueprint for technical conversion. The first phase is Outlier Data Validation. This feeds into the second phase, Trojan Horse Workflow Design. The system is completed by asynchronous AI production. By adhering to this blueprint, you replace unpredictable viral algorithms with a deterministic, engineering-grade conversion framework. Building this engine starts with a strict rule for topic selection. Never guess what the market wants. Every topic must be quantitatively validated. To do this, we look closely at performance metrics in adjacent software categories to see exactly where the attention is flowing. This dashboard shows the primary metric, the outlier score. This multiplier indicates how a specific video performs relative to a channel's normal baseline. Applying this multiplier allows you to identify proven topics and capture existing search intent from established categories, like Clay or Apollo, instead of publishing generic product updates. This data validation typically yields 4 specific content buckets. The first 2 focus on tactical execution, demonstrating lead generation workflows and breaking down cold email metrics. The third and fourth buckets cover software integrations and founder-led narratives that build personal authority. By isolating this outlier data, every minute of production time is spent capturing pre-existing market demand. Once you capture the audience's attention, the next step is architecting the mechanism that converts them into software users. The cardinal rule of B2B YouTube conversion is to avoid pitching the SaaS product directly. Instead, you employ a Trojan horse architecture, providing value by demonstrating a technical workflow directly relevant to your ideal customer profile. Consider an API integration map showing standard tools like Clay and Claude passing raw data. In the middle, the target software, LeadMagic, appears as the critical verification node. This enriched data then routes into an outbound sequencer. In this model, the target software is the technical prerequisite for the entire workflow to function. To capitalize on this, you must implement a strict call-to-action cadence. Looking at the timeline, the first call to action is placed at the 33% mark, serving as a subtle link to the workflow template. The primary call to action is reserved for the very end, after the full technical execution. This Trojan horse architecture transforms a passive tutorial into an engineered funnel where the target software is the logical next step. The final bottleneck is the physical time constraint of production. B2B authority does not require complex camera setups, lighting rigs, or days lost to recording. This diagram shows the shift from hardware to software. The physical studio is replaced by an AI workspace. You feed this hub raw source files, like LinkedIn posts. The AI extracts core structural themes, synthesizing them into ready-to-record scripts. Because the AI handles the narrative heavy lifting, the founder's only physical requirement is 30 to 60 minutes of recording per week. Bypassing physical production through digital AI synthesis allows bootstrapped founders to scale their thought leadership without derailing their engineering schedules. When we bring the entire system together, we see the fully realized asynchronous video funnel. It is an integrated machine of outlier validation, Trojan horse integration, and AI synthesis. The immediate timeline for the system is structured. Months 1 and 2 are dedicated to systems engineering and capturing initial signups. This chart projects the ROI. After the initial build-out, the system matures. By months 6 to 8, The curve spikes as the architecture becomes a primary driver of annual recurring revenue. Unlike social media feeds that disappear in hours, this video architecture creates a compounding asset class that works asynchronously. Multi-million-dollar SaaS growth on YouTube is driven by the deployment of a deterministic, integrated GTM engine. If you find this valuable, please make sure to follow and subscribe. Rise, raise.